Welcome back to Longbox Diving, where we explore comics and story arcs pulled from the Longbox, and we're doing another back issue review, where we kind of do some of the old ones that we haven't seen in a long time, we haven't seen in a while, or maybe never, and we're doing a quick review of that one single issue to say, hey, what's going on here, and is it worth my time to pick up that run? So here we are. We're going to cover today Justice League Task Force. This is issue 5. This is part of the Night Quest, The Search. So Justice League Task Force, number 5. And we have, so Dennis O'Neil did the writing in here. Sal Velluto is the penciler. Jeff Albrecht, inker, etc. And so basically, we've got Jason Todd, I believe it's Jason Todd's father, has been kidnapped and held for ransom. And so Bruce Wayne is headed down to this foreign country to try to get, rescue his father. So this comic was written in 1993. So a good while, 30 years ago almost. So we got, so here is Bruce Wayne. You see him right there. He apparently is in a wheelchair. So I'm not sure. See, I haven't read before this, so I'm not sure exactly why he's in a wheelchair. But these guerrillas come out of the forest. They're going to take him for ransom. And then we have that guy, White Tiger, comes out and he defends Bruce Wayne and beats up all the bad guys. And then Bruce Wayne kind of recruits him. They head over to a hotel, and then he's like, the lady. All right, so that's Gypsy. So Gypsy had been hiding in the hotel room. Bruce Wayne had a guy on the veranda. He was going to try to shoot him with a rifle. Batman, and then he gets hit with a green arrow. So far we got Bruce Wayne. He's in a wheelchair. We got Albert is there. We have White Tiger. We have Gypsy, and now it looks like we have Green Arrow hanging around. I am not sure that Bruce knew he was going to be there, or he's just kind of hanging out there on his own. We got this dude there. Right? So he's hanging out with Jason back in Gotham. So, and then, he's like, rescue my dad. So they know where the compound is. They send Gypsy in. Now, it's kind of funny because White Tiger keeps talking to Gypsy. He's like, hey, you're talking too much. You're talking my ear off. She literally hasn't said a word. So I guess he's hitting on her. I don't know what he's doing. But White Tiger, she goes in there. She sees the hostages. And she comes out, and as she's out, like 20 minutes later, a bunch of guerrillas come over to the hotel, and they got this huge rocket launcher, and they the sequence here done really well. Look at that. I mean, that's pretty cool. And it shoots into the building, blows the building up. The building comes crashing down, and it's like that's the end of the issue. This issue read really, really fast. And it was it was a good story also. So we have a building of a team. Every team member seems to come with a little bit of action, or showing of powers and the way they work. It's really well done. The art's really good too. So this cover, I give this cover a 3. I think it could have done more. I mean, it's all of them just very straight on angle, all of them pointing in one direction. We could have done a little bit better on the cover, I think. The bat's coming out over here. That's kind of cool. The story, I would say, is a 3.5, and the art is a 3.5 as well. Both are really well done. So overall, I would say between about a 3.3. So that's a strong book. So this is a pretty good story. And it's a pretty good art, great art on it as well. So how the rest of the task force, I don't know, goes. Maybe we'll review a couple more of those, and maybe we'll cover a story arc if we have a whole story arc here. Over here, I have a whole box over here. So if we have a whole story arc, maybe we'll cover a whole story arc of them. But so far, pretty good. The Justice League Task Force seems to be, this issue specifically seems to be worth the time. 3.3 to 3.5. Good story, good art, good cover, and that is our back issue review. We'll see you next time here on Longbox.